Hello YouTube, Gaz back again for another video. Today I'm going to be looking at a Slayer task, more specifically slaying a boss. I'm looking at the Zamorak boss, Cruel Sootsroth, in the Zamorak fortress in the God Wars dungeon. This is obviously a Greater Demon Slayer task, which is why I've got my Slayer helm on. I have got a Greater Demon's task at the moment. I have just finished a trip, and you'll see a little bit of footage from that playing in a second. Going over, first of all, the requirements. You need 70 hit points, HP, Constitution, to get into the Zamorak Fortress. However, I would recommend much higher than that. Armor-wise, you are going to want 85 defense, 85 magic for Ganaderg. I believe that's the stats. I'll check that in a second. All these requirements should be up on the screen. You're going to need 92 magic for Bloodfire Barrage, as well as having completed the Desert Treasure quest for access to ancient magics. And you're also going to want 92 prayer and the Soul Split Curse, which requires a temple at Santiston. Now, with regards to setup, looking at mine right now, you could swap Barrow's Gloves out for Spellcasters, but I don't have any in my bank at the moment. Vampirism Aura, Zamorak Arrow, Soul Wars Cape. This could be swapped out for God Cape, but I prefer the prayer bonus. Slayer Helm, for obvious reasons. Arcane Stream, Ganodermic Poncho and Leggings, Ragefire Boots, Ring of Wealth, or a Seer's Ring Eye, and Staff of Light, or Chaotic Staff, or your choice of wand and book setup. That's really interchangeable. I don't have a wand or a chaotic staff at the moment, so I'm not demonstrating those, but that is interchangeable. With regards to familiar, you do have two options. The first is a unicorn, which if you're going for a shorter trip, up to an hour, you could take this one. I would still take a yak to bank, and you don't need the healing. I'll make that very clear. This is an almost no food method. You only need food in the case of emergency. With that in mind, if you're going for a longer trip, I would recommend taking a yak and half filling it, depending on the length of the trip, filling it up with super restores and having a couple of pieces of food, sharks or rocktails, 3 or 4 rocktails, in the first 4 spaces of your yak in case you need emergency healing. Going over how you will be killing it, I'm going to swap over to the other recording right now. Okay, so during this footage, I had actually been at Zammy for nearly an hour at that point, and I had well over 100 KC, as you can clearly see. A few points about my inventory. First of all, I did have an anti-poison. It's not necessary. The poison hits, as you'll see several times throughout the video, no more than 150 damage at one time, which is negligible compared to the 7,000 life points that I can have at max. I took enough runes for 5,000 Bloodfire barrages. Again, not necessary. And my prayer mostly actually came from super restore drops that I got from Zammy. I did eat at this point because I was running a little bit low on health. I could have soul splitted it back, but it was just easier to eat, and it didn't really slow down the kill at all since it had just started. A few other little pointers. First of all, the Poison Purge aura in my inventory. I didn't use it. I used it, but I didn't really notice it doing anything. Again, because the amount it healed would be very little compared to what I was soul splitting and blood barraging back. The noted drops in my inventory, they're just drops I picked up throughout the trip, and you can't bank them with the yak, as you should well know. The same with the blood runes. With regards to gear setup, you can swap out Ganodermic with Virtus, or I'm not sure about Subjugation. I haven't tried it myself. I don't have access to it. I probably could afford it if I tried to, but I don't really want it. other than that, this isn't just a Slayer guide. You can wear like a Gun Dome visor and solo in that gear. Other than that, again, with regards to familiars, I had a yak. You can bring a unicorn. I was actually crashed about halfway through my trip by a guy with a Steel Titan, so that is effective. He wasn't on task, I was, and he was still beating me pretty consistently. You can swap out Bloodfire Barrage with Fire Surge, however it doesn't give the same amount of healing, which is why I chose to use Bloodfire Barrage. Both are effective from what I understand, and clanmates have been doing Zamorak solos with Fire Surge quite effectively, going over 100k C in over an hour. That about wraps up this video. If you want to see the requirements again, just duck back to the start of the video and you'll be able to see them. And I'll be back fairly shortly with more boss hunting guides and more Slayer PvM guides. I'll talk to you guys later.